Hello, my Aquarians. Welcome to your freedom reading. And in this reading, we're going to be asking the Creator, what can I look into to give myself more freedom? What kind of blocks do I have in my freedom flow that I can move to the side and allow more of that flow, of that freedom? What is keeping me in this chaotic storm of life and not allowing me to move to the center, to the eye of the storm, where I can find more freedom and more peace and unconditional love and joy and laughter? Maybe what is keeping me on the merry-go-round, where I feel like I'm in this cycle that I keep going around and around. I'm getting dizzy because I keep on, staying in that same cycle over and over again. What can I do to help slow that or step off and out of that? So we'll be diving into that. Before I start, I just want to thank the Creator for being here with us. We're so grateful that you want to be involved in every second of each of our lives, knowing intimately our entire life, our thoughts, our emotions, everything that's going on with us. And that in those moments, you're not judging us for all those things, but that you love us unconditionally in every single second, and that there's no judgment. Nothing we can do to gain more of that unconditional love, because we have it all, and nothing we can do to lose it, because it's unconditional. So we welcome you, and we thank you so very much for your love. We also welcome the large group of beings of unconditional love and light on the other side that are around us all the time as well, and that want to help bring us the information that will help us have our highest experience here and our highest vibration of love. We welcome you, and we thank you for being here as well. All right, we're going to start off by using the archetype cards by Carolyn Miss. So I'll ask the Creator what they would like our Aquas to know about their freedom. All right, Creator, what do you want Aquas to know about their freedom at this time, please? Okay, I really feel like this one is the one that wants to sneak out here and come to center stage. And there's Mediator. And so it has light attributes and it has shadow attributes. I'll let you see that here first. I love this. Two cats that are angry with each other and the person in the middle trying to make everything better. So the shadow attribute is what is shadowing your ability to have more freedom, and it's negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So that's the type of situation or individual or individuals in your life that you had experiences with, which we'll talk about in a moment. And we don't really get rid of these experiences and points in our life. It's like this large recording from birth until we pass that we're able to go back and look at. But we, at this point in our life, instead of it being a block for more freedom, when we look at it and contemplate it and dig into it, we're able to actually just move it out of the way to the side where it's not impacting our flow of love and freedom. And once we do that, then the light attributes are what kicks in, which just says, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in your personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So we're going to jump into the shadow side here. So an individual in your life that I hear the word meddled just in different areas of your life. The example, and this is general reading, of course, but one of the examples that's coming to my mind is like there's these two, it's you and a friend, and you had like a misunderstanding, and then there's an individual that came in that actually was jealous of your friendship. And they acted as a mediator and went back and forth in between. And because their motives weren't pure to try to get things truly clear between you and that other friend that you had an altercation with, they kind of twisted things and made things worse to where it just was irreconcilable, where you just ended up not interacting with each other again. And this person, of course, wanted to be that closer friend than that one, so they got what they were looking for. But you saw through it over time, because you're not stupid. And you were just like, you're a little too happy that this friendship didn't work out, or this relationship, or it could even be work related too, as another example that's coming in between you and your boss. Someone else is mediating and twisting things, which gave the boss a different impression of things, where maybe you didn't get a position at work, or getting fired, or it just became such a ugly work situation that you stepped out of it. So it gave you this mistrust, trusting others, in your life. And, when it talks about here later, this gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument, where this shadow comes in is it made you not trust that anyone else has a clear understanding of what's going on, right? It just makes you go, you know what? I can't trust anyone that mediates, and these other people believed, what this person said over myself. So, why should I trust anyone? And so there's this big mistrust of that other people can even see the truth, because in your mind, there's like this belief that people are so fickle and so easily swayed, why do I even worry about it? And you kind of have this, wall up in trusting anyone. I was thinking, was there anyone else? And I'm like, no, there's this huge mistrust of, what? Why even bother? It's not worth it. You just have no interest in trusting the externals, because there's been so much disappointment when you have. And we'll dig more in here too. We're going to pull another card here from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. See what else the Creator would like our Aquas to know about your freedom. And I can see that shadow, it does limit our freedom a lot, because we feel so restricted. When we have those beliefs about trusting others, it's like, well, I don't trust anyone, so I'm going to have to do it all myself. And even if you trust the Creator to bring things, if you still feel you have to do all the physical stuff yourself, and you can't trust other people, and you don't trust their motives, then you end up feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and even hopeless at times. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Aquas to know about their freedom, please? Yep, endless possibilities. And I love the star. In the regular tarot, the star card represents Aquarians. And this is card number 38. And you can just kind of see the crown of all these stars. And so endless possibilities, and I'll read from the book here too. But I love how, what I was just talking about, when we feel, when we have to do things ourselves and we can't trust others, that our possibilities are so slim, because there's only so much you can do on your own. But when we open up and trust the Creator, trust that other people can assist us, the Creator can send us help through other people. If we're open to that, and we trust the Creator, we trust that whatever comes to us is for us, not to us, then the possibilities just explode open. And when I mentioned hopeless, the star card is about having renewed hope. So I love that. And let's see what kind of energy comes with this card here. So this is all about unlimited potential, moving beyond limiting beliefs and the filter of an unhealed past, using your awareness to discern what is possible and having the courage to leap beyond even that. So this goes on to say you look at the world through the lens of your life experiences, your personality, and conditioning. That filter determines whether you believe in an abundant universe of endless possibilities or various degrees of limitation and a finite range of options. When your expectations, unconscious or otherwise, are based on lack, it's difficult to see what is truly available to you. Today, ask yourself what you believe. Are there limitless potential outcomes to align your energy with? Do you know intuitively that there is more to life than meets the eye? And are you willing to act on that knowledge? As you believe, so will it be for you, as your energy will attract its match in the outer world. Conditions meet expectations. Either your world remains the way it is, in various forms, yet essentially unchanging, or you become more. Everything shifts as you open yourself up to a greater version of you and a more meaningful life, discovering opportunities that better reflect your true self. This is the nature of your dynamic relationship with the divine. Today, stand with open arms, knowing that you are stepping into beauty, into experiences that are potent and transformative. You are walking past the line that you or others drew long ago, leaping over what was and toward what will be. You are more than you were. Now, what is it that you want? The treasure is yours. You just need to believe it. So I love that. So as we talked about, your beliefs are what limit to you. So when you feel you have to do it on your own and that you can't trust anyone else or anything from the outside, that really boxes you in. But when you're like, you know what? I know that I can trust the Creator, and the Creator is in charge of everything. And so I open up all possibilities. And, 38 breaks down to 11, which is about, new beginnings and new things coming. So we're also going to pull a card here from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. These are by Cheryl Lee Harnish. We'll see what else, Creator, would you like our Aquas to know about their freedom, please? Okay, thank you. We've got number 20, and I love these fractal images. We'll read what it actually means, but I love to show it because it's kind of like the spiritual ink blot test, right? What do you see? You might see other things for yourself too. So I'll try to show you that there. Pardon me. And this is called Companion's Love. So this card speaks of passion, creation, and union between lovers. Allowing yourself to be truly seen and vulnerable is an important step in learning to trust. There are many levels of love which can be experienced, but this speaks of the deepest, most intimate of all unions. Through this deep connection, energy is in full flow. Love is source energy, capital S, from the Creator. Whether we experience this source alone, through meditation, or through our connection with another, it is still source. Enjoy it, play in it, and allow yourself to fully embrace all it has to offer. And I love that because companion's love, like it said, it can be you alone in meditation, connecting to the other side, connecting to the Creator's unconditional love, or it can be experienced through your interaction with a physical being or a loved one that's gone to the other side, or your guardian angels or your spirit guides, any of that stuff too. The 20 breaks down to a 2, which shows you that there's 2 of you. There's this human that you're experiencing on this plane, but you're also this higher spiritual being, this powerful, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, coming down to experience this, human journey. And so I love that this was all about not trusting anyone else and feeling you have to do it on your own. And it's like, you're not alone. You do have, when you open up and trust the Creator, that love fills you up, and it allows you to receive from the outside and actually give more to the world as well. Because we can only give to the world to the extent that we love ourselves and that we give to ourselves. And we can only receive love from the external world to the extent that we love ourselves. So as we expand that unconditional love inside us, it impacts our physical world as well. All right. I'm also going to pull some cards here from the Light Seers deck. And we'll get some confirmation, some validation, or additional information on what the Creator wants our Aquas to know about their freedom. One more time. All right, Creator, what else do you want Aquas to know about their freedom, please? Fill that one too. Okay, any others? Okay. All right, and last pass. Any others, please? Okay. All righty. Let's take a look and see what else we have here. Yeah, we got the 6 of Swords, and I love the imaging on this deck, because the swords are your beliefs, your thoughts, your mindsets, and you can see that there's 3 new thoughts that are taking you to new shores, and 3 other thoughts that you let go. And so this is really about a great transformation, a change of mindsets, and moving to, like I said, a whole new shore, a whole new experience. And so you're moving from those mistrusting of others' experiences and removing those, and that is what is just going to take you to this new place. It's going to really open up your eyes to being able to trust. And I know I had huge trust issues growing up, into my 20s and even into my 30s. And what was amazing with all of that is I didn't want to trust people because I go, they're going to let me down, right? But what I was able to do, and I'm an Aquarian sun, so I can totally relate to this message, is that I'm like, well, I don't have to trust everyone with like my life. I'm going to put my life in everyone's hands. Here you go. I'm like, no, I put my trust in the Creator, because the Creator is trustworthy. The unconditionally loving Creator, the mother and father of all things, that I put my trust in that. And then I do trust others for the extra, because if I get everything I need from the Creator of all things, I'm whole and complete and priceless inside. That is where I determine my self-worth from. And so I feel safe, I feel confident, I feel whole, and anything else anyone on the outside brings is extra, right? So when I'm in that mentality, I can trust others to bring me stuff, and because whatever they're going to bring is not going to make or break me, because I trust in the Creator. I trust in that Creator's love. Any love from the outside is extra, if I have it or not. So it's not like this, oh, okay, I'm still fine. Yeah, it would have been really, fun to have that additional love. And who doesn't want as much love as you can get, right? But if it doesn't come, it's okay. I still have the creator of all things love, right? So I have it all. It's like living, in whatever your idea of paradise is, and you're like, oh, I can go on a vacation to this other place, and you're like, oh, that's been canceled, and you're like, oh, it's okay, I still live in paradise. Okay. Yep. 10 of Cups. So this is paradise. This is, cups are your emotions, feeling full and complete, and this is the new shore that you can get to, exactly what I was talking about. You get to this point where your cups all feel full when you're finding this inner love, this inner love, this companion's love. You're not in this alone. You're co-creating your life with the creator of all things. What better partner in life can you have besides the all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent, eternal, unconditionally loving creator of all things? I just don't see. So that is what brings us rainbows and, full, your cup, all your, not just your cup runneth over, but your 10 cups runneth overs. And that's what's on the other side of the shore. If you look into this and especially connect to this companion's love. Yeah, because you're the magician. You're bringing, this is all about bringing the heavenliness down into the earthly plane. And usually, like in the regular tarot, they have a wand and they have it pointed to the heavens, and then they have one hand pointed to the ground, and that wand is that unconditional love. It's that energy, it's that fire that comes down through you and into the world, and that is what you can do. I love the Magician card. I love getting it because it really feels like endless possibilities. And I don't know why this is coming to me, but I'm going to share it anyway. But because the wand is like this phallic symbol, and the magician is like all these possibilities. The male side of impregnation is there's all these possibilities that go towards the egg, right? And one makes it in to the egg, and that is like, this is the magic of like, oh my God, just whoosh, there's so much, and there's so many possibilities when you open up to that. And then the egg is, kind of represented by the high priestess, which is the unknown, the higher knowledge, the possibility that reaches the egg and actually is birthed, is determined from up above, right? It's determined on the other side. It's determined by, before we came down here, what we wanted to experience. And so there's all these possibilities, and we can trust that when you open to all these possibilities and just, flood your life with all this beautiful energy of possibility, you can just trust that things are going to just bloom for you. Yep, and you have the strength. And this is the balance between your human side is the lion. It's like our animal side, our fear-based, fight or flight, conditional, side of the human. And then you have your higher spiritual side, which is your higher self. And what this lion searches for is love. It's what everyone has. Everyone has a dream to be loved and accepted, and that's at the very root. Everything else is just a reflection of that, whether it's a relationship, friendships, any interactions with people is showing me that I'm loved. Circumstances show me that I'm loved and accepted, like positions and places in society or wherever you're at, and some sort of level in a job or whatever. Or things, that I have these things, all that in our physical world is an attempt to feel loved and accepted. But what we're really hungry for is this love here. It's this unconditional love of the Creator, something that's stable, that unconditional love and acceptance we get. And what I love is this is the strength. That's our inner strength. And as I was talking about, when you have that as your source, then you have this 10 of Cups, because it just explodes all over the place. And you've got these cycles here. I mean, you've got the infinity symbol here and the infinity symbol here. And that is all about the ebb and flow in between the heavens and the earth, just like the magician is bringing in the heaven to the earth. This is all about bringing the heavenly love into the earthly body. And that becomes your strength. Like I said, when you have that as your foundation, then everything else is extra, and you do feel strong, you feel confident, because nothing on the outside can impact me unless I allow it to, unless I choose that, the Creator loves me unconditionally, but because you don't like the shoes I wear, I'm devastated, or because you betrayed me and, you went and had, relations with someone else, has nothing to do with me, that has to do with their happiness, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm still full and complete and strong, because that didn't mean anything about me. That was their search for love, and they haven't found that love. They haven't found this love on the inside yet. So, and then you got Temperance. So, again, another message of balancing the spirit and the earth plane. So definitely, it's just a continued message here of balancing and understanding, that whole cyclical cycle is not to regret and think and judge yourself that when I go into, these feelings of fear and feelings of non-spiritual, that this is bad and I need to destroy my ego, and I can't wait to die to return back and be this higher being of power and blah blah blah. It's like, no, we came down here on purpose, for a purpose. We are these powerful beings of supernatural, eternal beings of light, and we came here to see what it might feel like to be small, to be limited instead of limitless, to experience conditional versus unconditional, to verse darkness and anger and sadness and betrayal compared to the joy, peace, and love that's our natural state as a spiritual being. So it's about embracing, who we are. Give ourselves that love, but don't be afraid to experience our shadow, because that's what we came here to do. And when we become aware that we are these two beings, then you actually flow more fully. It's not like this big, long piece in the human side and a little boop in the spiritual. It becomes more of this, equal piece where we just ebb and flow like the tides, right? All right. Lastly, we're going to pull some cards here from this Chakra Love deck just to see what the final messages here are for the Creator for our Aquas. What would you like them to know about their freedom, please? What would you like them to know about their freedom? Okay. Last pass. Any others, please? Okay. So the first one is letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. So I love that about letting go of these old beliefs and these old thoughts, those mistrusting thoughts, and that, we're able to trust others. It has the sacral chakra here, which is the orange chakra. It's the second one. And my beliefs about that is, the root chakra, the first chakra, is about us and our relationship in interactions with like a group, like the world or a large group of people. The sacral chakra is how we relate one-on-one to an individual. So I love that about this companionship and about the mistrust. It's like we can trust another. It's got creation. The flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. And I know it sounds like, oh my God. But when we, again, this letting go, I just really feel these are so related that, don't feel, it talks about the flames of destruction. When you let these old things go, it's almost, I have this picture of doing like some sort of ritual where you get a bowl, and you write down some things that you're like, I want to purposely let this go. And you write it down on the piece of paper and you put it in and you light it on fire. And in those flames of destruction, it's like being a phoenix. I'm going to let those things turn into ashes so I can rise as a new phoenix and rise to new energy, new places, and, go to those new shores, which, this is like, why would I do that? Well, it's totally worth it. This 10 of Cups is like, wow. Excuse me. And then expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. And again, as you move in, from the old shores to the new shores, when you are this, you are, like I was talking about before, when you are this whole person, regardless of what comes, you are also so full that you're overflowing, and everyone else, instead of draining you and taking everything from you, you're overflowing and you're giving that love freely to other people. They're getting the overflow. And so when you come to this place, you can see how, like say, if this is you, you're giving that person love, and these other people love, and there's this rainbow that shoots across the sky that people are like, oh, look. And, what is the rainbow but a symbol of hope? According to the biblical times, God gave us the rainbow to, give us hope that he'll never drown everyone on the planet again. But, that's a symbol of hope and, and balance too, because it's all the chakras. But I love this for you, Aquas. I love this for all of us. And I look forward to diving into this myself. And as we go through this, just know that every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And you're never, ever alone. You've got this constant companion that's always with you. So hang in there. Just know that I love you too. And we'll talk to you soon. You take care.